the plan that is on the right, for lack of a better term, to undermine our government. We are seeing basically, broadly speaking, 2 or 3 different constituencies meld together. Heritage Foundation, longtime Republican conservative thinkers. Steve Bannon, a sort of like a pseudo-populist, ethno-nationalist, or like hyper-nationalist, somewhat thuggy fasci, and this sort of tech bro fascist, monarchist, authoritarian impulse all come together with an agenda that they can agree on, that being the destruction of the administrative state. Tech bros want to sprinkle onto this like some type of AI, sort of futuristic vision. But at the end of the day, there's still this sort of like, from them, neo-Leo Straussian vision of them being in charge, a neo-aristocracy or neo-feudalism. And then also, there's this nice mixture of like a theocratic feudalism, which is really very similar. I mean, all feudal regimes that we've had for the most part in our history have been ultimately founded on the idea that, well, the king is there because of God. Not necessarily maybe the theocratic rule, but certainly the basis of their authority comes from God. So all of this is coming together. We're facing this dilemma. We have no legislative power. We have no real democratic leaders who are presenting themselves. There's a couple. And here is one person vying for that role of leader. He is the chair of the, what is it?
Or
the
ranking member.
I should say, the ranking member from the Democrats. They voted for him to be, because they wanted him to be the bannerman on the committee, the House Oversight Committee. Because this is a position where these guys are going to have the opportunity to sort of show and communicate to the American public what is going on is fundamentally wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jerry Connolly, one of the most sprightly cancer patients you've ever seen.
Question is to you, sir, why would Republicans block bringing Musk in for questioning? And why wouldn't Musk, I mean, he's been very vocal on X, why wouldn't he just want to come in and talk about his intentions?
Good questions all. My motion to subpoena him, I thought, would have some broader support on the Republican side. It had none. You mentioned that they squashed it, but they had a scramble. They were collecting people and running into that hearing room, and they were able to table the motion on a 1-vote majority, 20-19. But the entire
Okay, pause it for a second. This is the part that makes this clip amazing. This is you can't see her, but Alex Witt, MSNBC's Alex Witt responds, and I will tell you something. If you have children, you know the response that she just gave. Mm-hmm. And if you ultimately ever have children, you will come to understand this response. This is like you're encouraging a child from something that really doesn't really shock you. But you're like, okay, you were able to take a poop. Good for you.
Half of it is on the seat, but good job.
Good for you. No, but no. Whoa,
Jerry's like, the Republicans were really owned. You didn't see it, but trust me, they were scrambling behind the scenes.
They had to scramble.
Wow.
Oh, we have been very effective. They had to scramble.
Their handshake before they punched us in the face.
You have absolutely no idea. They were running around like, what's going on? I can't find my notebook. It was hilarious.
Until they found it.
Okay, go back and just like, you can hear Alex Witt like, whoa. I mean, God.
You mentioned that they squashed it, but they had a scramble. They were collecting people and running into that hearing room, and they were able to table the motion on a 1-vote majority, 20-19. Mm-hmm. But the entire tenor and topic of the hearing shifted to Elon Musk, didn't it? So we achieved our goal. And we're going to use the hearings. We're going to use every part of the bullet pool we've got to continue to hold them accountable. Who is this unelected South African emigre who's the world's wealthiest man, apparently, running the U.S. government? Who elected him to do anything?
Well, she's blown away by that. Okay, here's the thing. I would just put the image back up on the screen. Okay, just put the split screen between the two of them back up there, because I just want to point something out. He's going to try and communicate to the American public, right? And he's doing this by telling us about what happened in a committee where the Republicans there had to really scramble. The number of people who saw that committee could fit in this room is my guess. And I got news for you. The Majority Report headquarters, not huge. Not huge. Hey, dude, if you're going to do hits on national television, how about put it back up? How about not doing it like if somebody showed up to do an interview with us and they're looking down in their laptop like this. Okay, yeah, put it on the screen. Like, yeah, they're looking down on their laptop like this. They got no microphone. Invest in a $25 microphone. You're talking to the American public. You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to play this game. You are not equipped for this. You may be a very great congressman. You may be very nice. You may have great voting record. You are not equipped to do this. Your staff is not equipped to do this. No one associated with you is equipped to do this. The people who elected you over AOC are not equipped to do this. Yep. Look in the mirror, understand the stakes that are going on, and say, I'm stepping aside. This is just absurd. It's absurd.
And even if it was a Democrat who I don't think my politics would align with at all, like Jasmine Crockett, who took money from crypto and has voted to arm Israel. At least she fights and is partisan and
what are you talking about?
Right.
I can do this. What are you talking about?
The Democrats are really ill-equipped, not just to meet this moment in terms of the severity of the constitutional crisis that we're facing, but also in terms of the communication style.
But Emma,
hey,
you should have seen how they scrambled.
Oh, you're real.
You should have seen how they scrambled in the hearing room. They were just they didn't know what they were doing.
The Republican panic, you wouldn't know her. We went to camp together. She goes to another school. But they're ill-equipped to meet the moment.
We locked the bathroom, and then for a long time they had to run around and try and find the key. It was great.
Okay. You good? You got it out of your system?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, the media environment, again, there's so much to consume, so much. And people can pick what they want. They can pick whatever podcast they want to hear, whatever. All of it's online. All of it's about getting people to click. You know who gets people to click is AOC. You know who gets people to pay attention to what you're saying? It's AOC. She knows how to communicate with people either directly in this kind of format or on social media. And that's what oversight is supposed to be about. It's why Pelosi stuck her on there in the first place. This is supposed to be about performing politics. That's really the primary function of that, performing partisan politics. And they had an opportunity to put one of our best communicators on that front at the top of it, and they chose this guy instead.
It really is just...
It was his turn.
Right. Seniority.
Sometimes you don't take your turn. I don't think, I think when seniority benefits Bernie Sanders, I think it should be absolutely respected, basically above anything else. But at a certain point, the people need to look themselves in the face is am I the leader for this moment? And this party just clearly has none of that instilled institutionally.
Did you deliberately invoke Hillary Clinton with the it's his turn? Because that was the exact same problem back then.
No, I mean, they just said the same thing.
And the Republicans don't have this. You'll notice that the Republicans don't have this problem because they don't have, and AOC explained this to us a few months ago when she came on our show, they don't have seniority rules. but the Democrats do. Maybe scrap those because right now the seniority and like the institutional my turn politics don't meet this moment. The Republicans are able to have more turnover, sometimes for better, for worse, with the Speaker or the House stuff, but because they don't have those artificial constraints. But it's all about protecting guys like Jerry Connolly when it should be about, oh my God, we are maybe speed running towards authoritarianism. Can we at least have people that can do partisanship?
Connolly is such a dinosaur. He was a co-sponsor of PAYGO in 2010.
Oy.
He co-sponsored PAYGO.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.